Iron Lung is Markiplier's directorial debut based on the 2022 video game of the same name by creator David Szymanski. In the film, we follow a convict played by Markiplier himself as he is submerged in a submarine into an ocean of blood on a mission that is quickly interrupted by a monster lurking within. Hello everybody, welcome to the channel. That intro felt very serious. But I had to lure you in somehow. Anyways, yes, welcome to the channel because it's my first video on this channel. And on this channel I will be sticking to only movie reviews. Whether that's a new movie or a movie that's come out on streaming or something else, it'll only be reviews on this channel. But if you are interested, my main channel will be linked in the description below, and there you can watch me react to movies. Yes, you can watch me watch movies over there. It's pretty fun trying to reach 500 subscribers by the end of the year. So please go support if you are interested. If not, I understand. But subscribe here as well, please. Alright. But yeah, I am the Movie Tin. Without further ado, let's get into Iron Lung. Now, I'm not going to lie to you guys. Before Markiplier announced he would be directing and starring in this movie, I had no idea what Iron Lung was. But when he did announce it, I played the game, and not the greatest game of all time, I'm not going to lie. But I was still excited for the movie because I am a big fan of Markiplier himself. And the journey Markiplier had to go on to get this movie released was tough. I'm not going to get into all the details because you most likely all already know if you're watching this review. But I'll just say, last month it was announced, well actually 2 months ago now, it's February, it was announced that this movie would have a release in 50 to 100 theaters in the States, which not a lot, but the fans fought and now has a wide release across many countries, including here in Ireland, which I feel very happy for Markiplier about, especially since this is an independently released movie and it actually was #1 at the box office this weekend for a day or two. So now, after having watched the movie, after 2 years of waiting, what did I think of it? Well, I'm very happy to report that I really enjoyed it. Now, of course, it isn't a perfect movie, but for a director's first ever movie, it is impressive. I do have a few negatives, which I'll get into later, but for the majority of the movie, I had a great time. So let's just get into the positives now, and then afterwards I can get into my little negatives. First off, Markiplier's acting in the movie, I thought was very good, which is to be expected as this isn't his first time acting. But either way, I thought the way he was talking to either himself or someone over the speaker, he was very convincing as a man who was just completely fearing for his life. And the way his character, Simon, is written, I thought was very intriguing, and the decision he made specifically at the end of the movie, which I will not get into spoilers here, I thought was a great way to wrap up Simon's story and the movie. Now I just want to touch on the set design here for a minute. And the submarine, which is where we spend basically all of the movie, is like a 1-to-1 recreation of the game, and that was very cool. And to know that when Simon is meant to be getting thrusted around in the sub, they actually threw Markiplier around in the set was very cool, so I love the set design. Now I do want to get into some negatives, but before I do, I just want you to all know I still really enjoy the movie, but I am allowed to have opinions, alright? I am. I can have negatives, but still really enjoy a movie, and most of these are just, like, I only have 2 negatives, and they're just kind of nitpicks. So I'll just start off by saying, as a horror fan, knowing this is based off of a horror game, it is lacking in the horror. Not a big negative, like I said, more of a nitpick, but I won't lie. Not one jump scare in the movie. Something small, but just something to be said. I also do feel the movie could have been shorter, It is 2 hours long, and at times you do feel the runtime, which could be looked as a positive because, you know, you could spend more time with the movie, which I do get that. But there are times where I was thinking a scene could have just been shorter or cut overall, which I don't like to say because, you know, it's clearly a lot of work went into this movie, but, you know, I'm just going to say it anyway. But, yeah, some scenes felt dragged out and they could have just been cut overall. We do spend almost the whole movie in the submarine, or the hull, I guess. So you would think with 2 hours every second would matter, but it feels like some scenes were dragged out for kind of no reason. And I guess kind of branching out from the runtime issue, there is kind of a journey Simon goes on in the second act, which I could have it could have had a lot of its scenes cut, some dialogue cut out, as I do feel a lot of it is unnecessary to the plot. I do feel if this movie was an hour and a half, it would have been even better. I did take my mother to see this movie, and she didn't like it at all. Clearly she isn't sipping the Markiplier juice like the rest of us real critics. To end off with two more positives, the creature design was horrifying. It was so good. And the CG, when it was used, pretty good. Pretty good. And there is also a cameo from a YouTuber early on in the movie, so keep your eye out for that. And that was pretty cool. But overall, I really enjoyed my time with Iron Lung. I'm going to give it a solid 7.5 out of 10. And personally, I cannot wait to see what Markiplier does next in the film industry. But that's all I have to say. So leave a comment letting me know what you guys thought of Iron Lung. And while you're down there, you might as well hit the subscribe and like button. If you are feeling generous today, you'll do it. And yeah, thanks for watching. I will see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.